Hello, hello. Today we're going to be talking about crypto. So, what is crypto? What is cryptocurrency? For anyone who doesn't know, crypto is Disney bucks. It's Disney bucks, Silicon Valley Disney bucks. No, but what is cryptocurrency, right? It's basically just an alternative to fiat money, right? It's an alternative to fiat money. It's actually a form of private money. If you look up what that is, it's basically just money that is issued out or given out or minted, generated, whatever you want to call it. It's given out by an authority or a individual or an organization or company, anything that isn't the government, the state. So it's a non-state issued currency. That's what private money is, and it's nothing new. All right, there have been examples of private money in the past, and there's reasons why they worked and why they didn't work, and so on and so forth. But we really don't know if cryptocurrency is going to work long term. But for now, it's Disney bucks by nerds, so it's issued by the nerd community, and we'll see where it goes. So but I'm quite bullish about cryptocurrency. I think it'll work out. I think it'll become a permanent asset class. I don't know if it'll replace, I doubt any cryptocurrency will become a reserve currency for the world. All right, I'm not sure about that. But I think it has its place. Definitely, could Bitcoin become a global reserve currency? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think it could hit $1 million per coin. Definitely. All right. So, all right. What are the characteristics of sound money? Right. Let's try and look if Bitcoin actually has these characteristics. Right. So, in my opinion, you need to have. If I were to purchase a currency and hold it for long term, I would want to see I would want to see that it's a hard money. It's difficult or impossible to create more of it, to create more, right? So it can't be debased or devalued by making more of it and pumping it into the circulating supply, right? So that's one characteristic of Bitcoin. It only has 21 million coins. That's the maximum. Right now, I think there's 18 million in circulation and about 900 being created, being minted every day. So it's still below 21 million, but that's the cap. That's the maximum, according to the Bitcoin protocol, according to the white paper. That's the maximum. So it does meet that criteria of being hard money. All right. The second thing, it has to be a medium of exchange, right? So a lot of Bitcoin critics talk about the low transaction volume, not volume, the low transactions per second, right? They talk about that. But we have things like the Lightning Network. We have things like what else? What else? What else? It's slipping my mind right now. But there are other. They're called layer two solutions. There are other layer two solutions out there for Bitcoin. One is the Lightning Network. So that helps you, in a nutshell, just helps you uh, transact faster. So more transactions per second, etc. So as far as being a medium of exchange, I think it ticks the box. All right. Another thing, well, it has to be a store of value. That's related to the hard money aspect. But Bitcoin is quite volatile compared to fiat currency. Fiat money doesn't really dip 50% or 30% or things like that. It may be 15, 10, 5, 2, percent. So as far as being stable, a stable store of value, I would disagree. For people in first world countries, the dollar is just fine for now. The problem with the dollar is it's being debased. So I guess it is a store of value. that you could buy, and because of the demand for Bitcoin across the globe, there's a lot of demand for Bitcoin in third world countries, where the inflation is something like 45%, 70%, those kinds of countries, places like that, people in places like that definitely appreciate Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So as volatile as it is, it beats, it definitely, it's been going something like 200%. It's been appreciating by about 200% per year, Bitcoin. And that's much better than 45% inflation. So I think it ticks the box in third world countries. In the first world, you might want to buy it in anticipation for what it's going to be in the future. Definitely waiting on that 1 million dollars per coin, that 21 trillion market cap. Well, it's about 23 trillion. We'll definitely see if that happens um, in our lifetimes, if ever. So what's the what's the point? What's the point of using things like, well, the I just told you the value proposition for Bitcoin. All right, that's not a problem, right? I think that's pretty much well argued by other people. I've been trying to get that point across as well, but what's the point of Ethereum? Things like that. What's the point of dApps, decentralized applications? What's the point of that? Why not just, I mean, we've been doing in-app purchases forever, using fiat currency, using cash. So why use cryptocurrency for those things? That's the question I have when it comes to things like decentralized apps. That's one thing that uses cryptocurrency. Another thing is, it's slipping my mind. Well, you have decentralized apps and you have things like NFTs. What's the point of NFTs? I don't understand that, right? So those are the questions that people ask about the crypto space. What's the point of NFTs? It's digital art. Like, what's digital? Well, it's not just digital art, it's digital assets. So what's the point of that? So those are all good questions. And, well, as far as NFTs, it seems like at this point, it seems like it's basically the whole greater fool thing. Like, well, I could buy this thing and then sell it off to somebody else for a higher price. And then they're buying it for the same reason. They buy it, sell it off to somebody else for a higher price, and so on. So that's what I think about NFT art. I'm personally not investing in it. I know there's people making money from that, and I just don't have the capital for it. I'd rather focus on cryptocurrency investing. I just don't have the money to play around with NFTs and things like that. I'm sure it's very interesting and it's a lucrative space. Perhaps I might think about creating some NFT art or things like that, but not really bullish on NFTs. NFT art, I mean. NFTs as a technology, definitely that'll work in future. Like digital assets, that's definitely, yeah, something to watch out for. But what's the point of dApps? dApps are basically decentralized applications. Of course, it's in the name, but I think the main advantage of dApps is being censorship proof in most cases. It depends on what blockchain it's built on. Like if it's built on the Ethereum blockchain, then it seems to me, as an outsider, that it seems to me that Ethereum is more or less decentralized for the most part, but beyond that, I don't see a future for dApps. as far as games and all that. I don't see a future as far as using cryptocurrency. I mean, you can just use cash. Why would you interact with a game using cash, using sound money? You might as well just use fiat. I don't understand that part. But yeah, another thing we could talk about is which cryptocurrencies do I believe will survive a bubble? I think there are two main ones: Bitcoin and Ethereum. One, Bitcoin, I explained the value proposition, but for Ethereum, the value comes from the development community and the promise of Ethereum 2.0, which would be, which the goal of which is lower transaction fees and faster transaction speeds. So if they can do that with the update, and also they also have a very vibrant developer community, and they're building amazing things on Ethereum. So definitely Ethereum has a future. Definitely, but things like Cardano, I'm not so sure. You know, I mean, there's no white paper. I can't really scrutinize it. I'd have to check the website again just to see the more of the technical details and see if I understand the project a bit more. But right now, I'm not bullish on Cardano. Um, just the whole peer reviewed thing. Like, well, we don't have a white paper. It's peer reviewed. The structure of the network is peer reviewed. The structure of the currency, the blockchain is peer reviewed. I mean, that seems like a lie. And if it is, then Cardano has no future, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on Cardano. Litecoin, I don't know much about. I'd have to look into that. But two picks for me: Ethereum and Bitcoin. And also any Ethereum layer 2 solution like Polygon. There's things like Chainlink, which is a general purpose solution for getting data, for packaging data and getting it to interact with the blockchain. So that's pretty cool. That definitely could have a utility. So Chainlink, my picks are Chainlink, Polygon, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The rest, either I don't know about them, I'd have to look into them, but if they meet the criteria of sound money and low transaction fees and high speed, as well as security, then I don't see a problem, you know, as long as you don't go messing with algorithmic stable coins anytime soon, except for Near. The Near protocol looks quite promising. We'll see if the algorithmic stablecoin works, but for now, I'm bullish on those cryptocurrencies right there.